I like Oracle with the save. It definitely
10 seconds.
It definitely works in potentially like a tri-lane if they want to have, or not just a tri-lane, like just having Tiny show up and like be there. Fortune's End, Avalanche toss, come with a Purifying Flames after whoever you're tossing him to. Definitely seems very potential first blood in my eyes, and maybe aggressive in lane if they play it a certain way.
Well, it's got the Dispel as well. You can Dispel the Astral Titan buff there, which is one of the bigger points of this pickup here. Suddenly he goes from being a very strong boy to being a wet towel. Medusa picked up. That's not something you see a whole lot of. Which team was it that ran? Was that Secret as well?
Secret ran everything.
There was somebody ran Medusa and Phoenix together. Again, it's all a blur to me. Omega League. I just remember like
Days go on.
Llama Face, Tsunami, and Spider-Man. Spider-Man action slacks and things like that. That stuff was wild. Okay, I've got nightmares about it. But anyway, somebody ran Phoenix Medusa, and it was pretty good together. They didn't have anything that was that good with the egg other than that. But you can actually activate Stone Gaze, sit in the middle of the egg, and everyone's going to turn to stone while they're facing it.
Radiance turn to battle.
Ooh, okay.
That is an amazing hero against Medusa.
Save again, to have against the Medusa as well. Like Arc Warden feels like he's not gonna die if given the proper timing.
Yeah. It's able to stay far enough back, doesn't get hit by the Mystic Stink if they choose to lane against it as well.
It is Radiance battle.
The bubble will protect all your allies prior to her getting on her MKB, and that split shot modifiers talent, or rapier of course. But they're able to kind of outpace the Medusa and has the ability to kill her here. They've got one ban left though. Looks like both teams haven't chosen what they want to run in position 1. The Arc Warden can be run in 1 or mid.
5 seconds.
Well, you've got the Invoker ban and the Storm ban. Both teams may be thinking that they want it too.
That is true. Not sure what I would want to see come out here. I mean, you do still have Anti-Mage in the pool. It's an absolutely amazing counter to Medusa.
But is that too greedy?
I'm thinking so. You don't really want to put Arc Warden and Anti-Mage on the same... You could, though.
Yeah, I guess you could split the map, top, bottom, jungles. But it's still tough to... if one hero is getting choked out of the bottom part of the lane, then he's got nowhere to farm because the other hero's taking over the entire rest of the map.
Yeah.
5 seconds.
But they're just about out of time. Oh, no, that was their non-reserve time. They're thinking pretty hard about this. Both teams down to the wire here. 2 seconds of reserve time left for 4Zoomers, and just 20 left for Beast Coast. Discussing the possibility of that Anti-Mage, I suppose. They'd ban out the Queen of Pain rather than anything else. Makes sense. And banning out the 2. I mean, they thought Invoker would be picked up as well. EMP isn't something you'd really want to have to deal with the Medusa either.
10 seconds remain. 5 seconds remain.
Got to decide soon.
I wouldn't say Void Spirit's not the worst pick here, but
Dyer's turn.
We'll see if that's
Did
what
they random?
Oh, whoa!
Did they random?
Did they?
They're out of time.
Mid Tiny, 4 Tusk, 5 Oracle. It would be the only way
I think they randomed.
I don't know.
I think they randomed. It was set at 0 for like a second.
5 seconds.
I couldn't tell you.
I don't think they want Tusk here. I can tell you that much.
I mean, it kind of fits mid Tiny.
I swear they ran them. Let me check my Twitter feed. They got to be tweeting in the middle of their game, right? I need answers.
There's the Void Spirit for Beast Coast. I thought it worked for both teams.
Yeah. Ocean on the Tusk. Gunner, position 2 on the Tiny. Beast Forever 3. I mean, maybe they didn't random. Maybe they clicked it in time. It does sort of fit. I don't know about this one, Bkop.
That's. I mean, if they did, that's not good. That's for sure.
All right. Well, let's see what they can pull off with this draft here. The Tusk does allow some early aggression. It can roll around and get killed with this tiny, but I'm not sure it's enough by itself. None of these heroes really love clicking on people too much, so it doesn't go great with the Tusk. That's the thing. And Void Spirit is a pretty good way to round out this draft, though. Being able to get onto that back line, anything that can get you on top of Arc Warden, is an excellent pickup here. So this one makes sense to me.
Do not be selfish.
So here we go. Game 2 between Beast Coast and 4Zoomers. Zoomer's gonna have to show some magic. Like you said, you weren't sure if you like that Tusk pick. If it wasn't a random pick, I mean, it may not have been the best pick, but it certainly kind of fits. Like, it's not like it's, you know, a random AA or anything.
It's true. Just pausing the game at the start. So,
I'm not
standard
angry.
stuff here.
I'm just disappointed.
I'm not sure they're going to get anything from this multi-man smoke gank, but they are trying to run down here in the bottom lane pretty quickly. They can just put the boar in front of the Beastmaster, but if they caught up by the smoke, they'll probably not be able to kill anyone due to the Tusk starting with tag team. No snowball or ice shards to block someone off or get on top of them. He's just relying on being able to melee people down with all these teammates behind him. And of course, Husky starting with Fortune's End is pretty much no reason for you to go anything else. I mean, if Purifying Flames is a little bit better for securing the range creeps, just due to the fact that you don't have to launch that projectile through the air, it's instant. But almost every other time, Fortune's End is the ability you're going to want to go with. Especially up against this Elder Titan, they're going to want to dispel that Astral Spirit buff on him. So they don't have to deal with the same thing that Team Zero had to deal with from Aoi on the Elder Titan in game number 1 and 2. Actually, played them both games today.
Admin asking if there's any lag. Ready to lay down the hammer?
Yeah, get him out of here, admin.
Come on, no fear. Default him.
The people here want to watch video games.
You got to be in control of that tennis ball that you hit at the umpire. Default him.
Too soon, man.
Sorry.
That guy was favorited to win.
My bad.
I love my sports ball aggression, though.
I'll be creeping
I miss
while
NA Dota aggression. I just want to see knife fights between like team captains during the drafts.
I'd
Just
love
content pieces.
I'd love to see PPD just make a random team right now.
Just what? Sorry.
I'd love to see PPD just make a random team right now. Like, I think that's what everybody who's a fan of NA is yearning for.
Just 30 seconds.
Oh, Enchantress in trouble. Stinger. First blood. Gunner.
Round, and they're already looking for more.
better yours than mine.
Alright. Gunner getting first blood there. Mid-tiny.
We're probably going to be seeing a lot of Tiny doing that to Enchanters throughout this game, though. It's very easy for Tiny to kill this hero again. You just have such huge magical burst between Avalanche Toss. I think you're just going to be able to take Enchantress down with like 1 point toss and maxing out Avalanche here. It's like the first 15-20 minutes of the game.
Void Spirit, Tiny. We'll see how this goes. Going bottom, or at least thinking about going bottom, is Whisper. He'll finally TP towards top, and there's the boss. Okay.
Get him, admin. People in chat want to see video games happen. I've had enough of this beastcoast. All right, they're ready to go now. Someone was probably just yelling at someone else after the TP came out there.
Continue.
What are you doing? Why'd you teleport up here? We didn't want you, Whisper.
Well, our Gordon TP'd, so he committed. Tag team. Schofield. Fortune's End is in, and there's another kill for the side of 4Zoomers. Something I was talking about was the potential at a tri-lane with the Centaur by himself, and that's exactly what they're getting right now.
I mean, maybe the tusk wasn't a random. Maybe it's paying off after all. I was really not sure, though, when this game started.
I don't know. I think it's okay. Early game. See how it does in the later parts of this matchup.
I mean, it was just put to work right there. Nice. We put UT down in no time at all. Blow him up with that Oracle rotation as well. They do have vision of the Tuscany Oracle right now, so they're not going to be able to get on ET over here. They've got the Hawk. Well, people have vision of each other, in fact, so if they commit too hard, Schofield know where they got to board up.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Ooh, Monkey's Forever losing a pretty significant courier. Stinger just throwing some impetus shots, but like he doesn't exactly care about these impetus shots. He's 7-2 right now, and he's happy to be here. He's happy to pull aggression. He's still a tri-lane up towards top, makes everything difficult for the side of Beast Coast, and down goes Whisper. Schofield comes in, he's got an extra 68 damage, but that's not enough to get a kill. So now, Schofield's the one who's in trouble. He has to be a little bit weary about how far he goes in to try and get a kill here and there.
So,
Shards
Schofield's
on
just
Schofield, and kill after kill in this top lane. This is exactly how I thought it would go when they picked up this Centaur, and originally when I thought they were going to go for the tri-lane with the Tiny, but this works just as well, and maybe our fears of a random Tusk, or not random Tusk, is okay.
I'm probably just talking into my ass. They probably picked it like the very last fraction of a second. It just looked very close to me.
It looks sus. As the kids would say.
Yeah, we're just. Well, I'm gonna roll with the fact that they wanted to pick Tusk all part of the plan right now. No.
Because it's working.
Yeah, because it's working. And if it wasn't working, I'd be saying that it's a random. I just NA Dota. Bottom lane. Monkeys is getting pushed back right now by this by Stinger here. Is he gonna cancel 2 salves? There's no way. Right, yeah, Stinger, you're wasting your time. He's back in these trees here. You can't get Monkeys forever. He had to cancel that first salve though. I doubt Monkeys is very happy about that one. It's allowing Medusa a lot more space because, like you said, he was just happy to be there before, but Stinger finally doing a decent job of shutting him down. Ooh, mid?
I'm taking a look. Void Spirit, Chris Luck. Gunner, though. Oh, God. Ocean, he has shards in 9 seconds, but no way to stop the TP. Okay. I would say if Gunner dies there, that's awful for them, but
Gunner's
luckily survives. Almost survives again. Jeez. I'm almost eating my words after I say them. Shards come in, but dissimulate back. What? Chris Luck? Oh, I mean,
the hubris of this man. Thinking that he could go in and get away with that one, and he does end up paying for his life. He did have pretty good outplay there for a little while, but you are running into the 2 heroes there, my guy. I think just accept the fact that you managed to get out instead of playing over aggressive like that.
I don't know about this one, because now Fortune's End comes in. You just don't have the mana for Shard, so with 3-man sleep, if he had the mana, he had the kill.
Yeah. Nice escape there from Schofield. Taking full advantage of that Echo Stomp range that he has between himself and his Astral Spirit. Forces 2 heroes back because of that as well. Both Husky and Ocean, if they opt to TP in and they figure that out on the side of East Coast, well, it's free reign to start diving heroes around the map. And they do.
So you look up towards top. Schofield in trouble. Fortune's End comes in. Sammy Boy, he's on a killing spree.
Resistance serves.
Get this kill onto the Elder Titan. Things looking good. Mask of Madness for this Medusa.
I mean, we saw him do this exact same thing last game when he was playing Anti-Mage, should we not? And by God, did it ever work for him. His farm speed was absolutely insane. I mean, it allows you to sustain. It gives you attack speed, damage, movement speed when you're moving around the jungle as well. I mean, it makes sense if you're trying to completely maximize your farm. You build this item.
Schofield going down again. Chris Locke going down a second time.
Yeah, Chris is just out of here, and this is going to continue to snowball. As he dies like this, it's going to make it easier and easier for the heroes on the side of 4Zoomers to, or sorry, just this Tiny to just blow people up. If he's able to just jump on top of this Enchantress and Void Spirit, and like get in a very early blink, they're in huge trouble. Enchantress isn't going to be able to deal with this, like I said, until like 15 minutes into the game, maybe even later than that. If you get a really early blink on the Tiny, you're just dead over and over again.
Speaking of Tiny, now going into the blink, has Phase Boots Bottle with a Wraith Band. Doing well. Top of the net worth, though, for the Medusa. Oracle goes after Schofield again. Schofield is dead for the 5th time already. It is 9-0.
Yeah, this Tusk is just going to work against him. And once he's got that snowball, I mean, it really doesn't matter if he tries to throw out the stomp now. Easy to dodge, and you're on top of him again. Tusk is just the solution here.
Avalanche and toss. 10-0. Okay. Chris going to come in. Aether Remnant. Do they have the damage to get the kill here onto this Arc Warden? Whisper comes over. He's only level 5. Avalanche, TP, Sammy Boy just
Oh my
Now they go over Stinger. They've got the toss. He's not dead just yet, but the Purifying Flames comes in. Finally, the first kill is on the board for Beast Coast.
They managed to get the Oracle in the back line, but I'd really call him getting Sammy Boy out of there, win, and they turned it around on him.
Avalanche, Whisper, toss on him. Gets the alley. Ooh. Gunner gets the kill on a Whisper. Chris Locke gonna try and TP out. Easily done.
4Zoomers, they took that last game pretty personally. They're not messing around anymore. Sluck does manage to grab that regeneration rune there, but all they got is the Oracle, and the cost of that was absolutely insane. But we'll see if Beast Coast continue to feel the confidence to play super aggressive against 4Zoomers despite being down 1 kill to their 12.
Chris Locke, okay. I thought they might go in for that a little bit more aggressive. 2K lead, 12-1. This is the 4Zoomers I feel like we were expecting.
Last game was they go on Ocean here in the bottom. Might be their second kill.
Might be able to double the amount. Astral Step, a lot used here to get the kill.
You could merely hope to amount.
So they take out the Tusk, but meanwhile, top, Avalanche comes in. Schofield in trouble. Fortune's End thrown on Gunner, and that will actually root up Schofield. Purifying Flames with the toss. And from downtown, he's heating up. 7-0-0 for Gunner.
Gunner heating up this game with his 3-pointers.
Stinger comes over.
Dire's top tower is under
Gunner is
they're looking mid. right now. Whisper and Chris Lock. This
Could
isn't
they
the guy you
even-
want to go on though.
Yeah, could they even kill him? He's got the hood. It's gonna be tough.
The highest strength growth rate here on the game with just a Defiance Bracer and a Magic Wand. I don't think you kill him.
They'll try though. Astral
I
Step,
don't-
Primal Roar, and Aether Remnant. That got him. I'm surprised. Ocean was coming in. He maybe had a snowball chance at a save, but Whisper dies. That's one. Chris Luck could be two. And, Dissimulate. They've got the Spirit and the Sleep on Ocean. And it could be two for the side of Beast Coast. Okay. Schofield and Chris Luck combined for a couple kills.
You do have the Toss Avalanche right now on the Tiny.
Oh, Gunner getting played with right now. He needs some help. Here comes Husky. Avalanche toss on the Stinger. Wipes the floor with him. And now Fortune's End. That hits onto the Elder Titan. TP coming over. They'll avoid the sleep. Astral Step on a Husky. He's not level 6 just yet. Avalanche hits on a 2. Chris Luck trying to go for the kill onto the Oracle. Won't make it all the way back. And all of a sudden some creeps are coming. Okay. Second wave is here. They've got the Hoof Stomp. They've got the Fortune's End. Chris Luck in some trouble. Oracle surviving. He's got 6. So now he's got the False Promise. Shards are perfect. Oh! Snowball trying to get to the back lines onto Chris Luck. Actually doesn't land. They hit the sweep onto the Centaur. Here comes Tomato. He is so fast into this one, and he will try to clean up. Gunner might die for the first time. Avalanche in the turn, and he does finally fall to Tomato. That is a 9-time spree. Is the Earth Splitter going to land? No One's Forever will sidestep. It goes for the double edge. Chris Luck won't die, as he's got the
Is under attack.
Husky.
Husky!
Oh, man.
High priority target down, says Husky.
Nicely done. All right, Primal Roar is a little bit of revenge. Look at him.
I was gonna say, oh my god, the amount of juking and baiting that Chris Luck did there. My god, did he ever get away with murder? I open these golden I guess just the XP graph right there. Just takes a sharp turn at the start of that engagement to the end. So evening the game back up single-handedly, I feel like there's plays on Void Spirit. It's so little to work with as well. I mean, the Hero's kit is huge, so he has a lot to work with, but item-wise, just like Brown Boots, Null Talisman, Bottle Wand.
Game all of a sudden back to even. Jeez. Who was expecting that all of a sudden?
Yeah, the third pause of the game coming out.
Third, fourth?
I am so impressed with Chris Luck right now after that play. He really he brought his team back into it right there. He just kept baiting him out. I mean, Zoomers is partially to blame. It's like, all right, just let it go. He's the one that got away. Don't keep chasing Chris Luck. He's on Void Spirit. He's going to disassimilate. It's going to be hard to kill with Resonant Pulse. He's going to Astral Step away from me. Like, he's baiting you out, guys. Playing around these abilities. But, Zoomers, I mean, maybe they underestimated what he could accomplish on his Void Spirit, given the fact that he just straight up, like, walked into the Tiny and the Tusk at the start of the game and died.
Are the ones who wait all the way.
So all of a sudden, Tomato comes over. He claims a 9-time spree. Gets close to this Manta. He's happy with that. Pretty much annihilated the opponent. At 1-0-1 and 131 last hits.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Ocean just farming the creep camps now. What was punching them? I mean, it makes sense. It's a low mana cost ability. Cut medallion. We're not gonna be able to get this guy though. We got too much. I'm actually surprised that Void Spirit's going for just straight Aghanim. He's not gonna stop for a Yule Scepter or anything like that to I don't know, spell that Fortune's End, or break the Tiny's combo when he throws Avalanche onto you. Pretty big for both those things. But getting onto the back line, silencing that Oracle, bringing him down before he can really save anyone. The Aghanim Scepter really early on for the Void Spirits could be huge for doing that. It's probably his line of thought.
Walrus punch on the Schofield. Here comes Stinger, has the heal. 3 heroes actually coming over. Ocean in some trouble. Astral Spirit on top of him. He'll snowball to the boar. Shards to get some space. He's doing a good job of surviving right now. The question is, can they turn this? They throw down Spark, Wraither, Splitter coming in. Aether Remnant, Sammy Boy gets hit, but there's the blink with the avalanche toss. Down goes Schofield. So really nicely done. And Spark Wraith goes, but doesn't do much. Snowball. Now on a Stinger. Stinger caught. Spark Wraith down. They've got Gunner coming in. No mana. And the Walrus Punch with the medallion. He just Mike Tyson Stinger.
Yeah. I mean, that Tiny wasn't gonna get the hit off onto the enchanters there and had no mana, unfortunately. He was just a decoration there. He's got 83 attack speed. Level 1 untouchable lowers your attack speed by 100. So you do the math. Is it less than 0? Yes.
Dire's top tower
And take him like what 19 seconds to wind up an attack. Were you watching that one game where Eternal Envy was wearing Craigie coat on his Tiny and no attack speed items?
I don't think I saw that game.
It was a real treat. It was like he was grieving himself, and he bought a Echo Saber, but he didn't have the attack speed to get the first hit off, so we would never get the second one.
Balance the scale.
Wild game.
All Fortune's in, Avalanche toss, and they got the root. That was well comboed.
Yeah, unfortunately, Schofield wasn't quite able to hit.
courier has been slain in
Husky's Husky Courier just gets killed. They've got almost the perfect shards. But they've got a snowball, so they'll stay on. It doesn't matter. Walrus Punch, another KO for Ocean.
Schofield, 9-4 right now.
He's playing the position 6, man. There's no shame in that.
Radiant's bottom tower.
He's playing position 6 for the enemy team right now. Lose to
Radiant's
posture in the mid lane. Wants to set up in front of the tower and shove out the wave, I think.
radiant structures are
So the enemies can't do anything here. Schofield is back up.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Coming across over towards mid, TPing in, Arc Ward in. Now Host Stomp comes through onto the Medusa. They've got the Assimilate as well as the Primal Roar. They'll get the Kona Ocean. Now the toss coming out from Gunner, but they've used the Stone Gaze. They're going to try and turn this one around. They use the Stampede to stone his Monkeys Forever. Now they might turn this. Sammy Boy coming in with himself and the Tempest double. They look over at Monkeys Forever. Hope Stomp misses as he goes into the Assimilate. He's right on top of Monkeys Forever with Body Box coming in. They can't get the kill on the Centaur just yet, but the Avalanche toss hits on a Tomato, doing a lot of damage. Down goes the Spark Wraith. Sammy Boy's Tempest double up towards the front. Gunner trying to make something happen. He doesn't have a lot of mana to work with, but he does have 12 charges on his wand. So he can blink forward, use the charges after an avalanche toss, gets the Kona Whisper, Aether Remnant locks him in, or Splitter used. Gunner sidesteps it. So now, Astral step to the back lines. Looks over at Husky. Husky has the false promise if he needs to save himself, but he probably wants to hold it to save somebody else. They go after Schofield. They've got the Spark Wraith down. Avalanche hits on 2 of these heroes. They got the toss under the Schofield. Now they've got the Aether Remnant out on a Husky. He's trying to hold that false promise for somebody else, but he used it on himself. So finally, the Dissimulate comes in for Chris Luck. They've got themselves the Flux right on the Void Spirit. Stinger surviving, but needs to back off. Snowball coming in as well as the Avalanche toss to get the kill to Chris Luck. They look over Tomato. The Tempest double trying to do what it can. Uses the Midas as they're fighting. Gunner looking to re-engage. He's got the Avalanche as well as the toss in just a second. The Avalanche will be used. They get the kill to Stinger. They look over Tomato. They have the Walrus Punch coming in from Ocean. Now with the right clicks, they'll get the kill on a Tomato. Full team wipe for the side of 4Zoomers. Whisper back into the fight, but do you want to be there? Snowball used by Ocean. He uses the medallion. Shards get him some space. Sleep. One more shot. Can they get it? Looking for the hook. Stop Schofield. He's in the Shadow Amulet. Avalanche comes in. He survives. I can't believe Husky survives this one, but Monkeys Forever might not be fortunate enough to do so. They use the Primal Roar to get the kill on Monkeys Forever. Now the turn. Gunner throws the tree at him, gets the kill on a Whisper, looks over at Schofield, who continues to chase. Gunner's got 2 charges as well as a blink to get some distance. Astral Step from Chris Luck, but it won't catch Gunner, and he is gone. 15-1-5 for Gunner, and 27-9 for 4Zoomers. All they have is a 3K lead, though.
the amount of kills that have been happening on the side of 4Zoomers has been insane. I mean, you've been getting some important comeback kills on Beast Coast. I thought that exchange there in the mid lane was absolutely sick, and Beast Coast would start to get back into it, but since then they've just continued to lose memento. The last team fight, 4,000 XP swing in favor of 4Zoomers and 2,500 gold. I mean, the gold isn't that much, but this XP is really going to start weighing on them, and down yet again.
Sammy Boy getting another kill.
Runs this issue where Tomato is going to be the only farmed hero on the Medusa. You just kill everyone around her, kill her afterwards. Why does it matter if she's farmed? Not able to catch up to anyone in these fights. She's Medusa. She's got 367 movement speed with this Manta style.
Avalanche. Mystic Sneak. Tomato. Trying to defend the tier 1 tower. The Tempest double inside the dome. Damage on a Schofield. Doesn't like the spark rate that is back. They're going to continue to put the pressure on. The blink forward from Gunner. Doesn't get a toss back. He was looking for something. Now the Mantis used, but they've got the Avalanche as well as the toss. Schofield in some trouble. He'll end up dying to Sammy Boy. Now the shards will block the stairs. But behind them, Fortune's in on a Chris Luck. They've got the host stomp that hits on a Whisper. Now they'll go after Primal Roar as well as the silence out on a Monkeys Forever, but he's going to survive. He's the Centaur. He's tanky. Ocean. Now Snowball surviving. Goes in between 4 of these heroes. He might be dead, but Stampede might save him. Tower shot and survives again with a minimal amount of health. Avalanche comes in from Gunner, who blinks forward. They've got the host on two. Stone Gaze used once again. The Walrus Punch comes in. Still Ocean. He is just dangling. He is literally dangling right now as the shards come out to try and block out Tomato as well as Stinger. They've got this Void Spirit up onto the high ground who, well, can't kill Monkeys Forever. Avalanche toss. That comes through. Chris Luck with a little bit of health. The Purifying Flames, they get the kill. Husky gets the pipe of Chris Luck. Now they've got the host on hitting on a 2. Snowball, Earth Splitter now out on a 3. That's going to hit 2. Technically, because they've got the Tempest double with the false promises there to save Sammy Boy. They look over the Elder Titan. The damage coming in. Schofield might drop. Schofield survives. Schofield on the run. Husky can't get the kill. And finally, they take out Sammy Boy. Tosses on to this Medusa, but Gunner looking to go back in. They left Schofield alive with a minuscule amount of health. Monkeys Forever as well as Ocean coming over to try and kill off Tomato because they've got the Astral Spirit from Schofield. They're going to lose a little bit from the natural order, but is it going to matter? They go after Tomato. They've got the Snowball. They continue to get this lockdown right onto Tomato and the toss on a Schofield. They will get yet another kill, yet another team wipe. 34-10 in favor of 4Zoomers over Beast Coast.
These fights here are going so heavily in favor of 4Zoomers, outplaying them all over the place, and the gold isn't swinging that much, only 7k up at 21 minutes, but the XP is insane. You got to keep in mind that basically everything here is being held by Tomato on this Medusa. Once she's not able to 1v5 them anymore, once a couple items are online, maybe you have a Talbot, something else, things are going to fall apart even more than they are right now. I'm not sure how Beast Coast stays in this game at the rate they're going.
It is really not looking good for the side of Beast Coast. They're down 8k, now down to 7k for a split second, as I say that, of course. But Medusa, still top of the net worth, but this is what 4Zoomers were dealing with when... Was it 4Zoomers with the Sven? Is the days already blurred together where that was Haven Liberty?
That was Haven Liberty with the...
Had the Sven towards the top of the net worth.
The Sven?
Yeah, they had the Sven, and they just couldn't get it done because the split between the top of the net worth and the rest of the team was so much that, yes, there was that top of the net worth Sven, but there was nothing else to help it, and that's what you're getting here from the Medusa. You've got Medusa, who's sitting towards the top of the net worth, but the rest of the team is behind the 3 cores of 4Zoomers by quite a margin. And they get another kill onto the Elder Titan. Godlike force, this Gunner Tiny, who is 18-1-10.
Meanwhile, Aegis is about to go his way as well, but just way too much of a net worth advantage right now. I mean, it doesn't matter what one hero has. You'll have Heaven Halberds pretty soon here. Just how long until the entirety of the Beast Coast team is irrelevant?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So Aegis, Stinger dead. Whisper trying to push the bottom lane. They get a kill up towards the top. Ocean gets credit for that one. He's 6-3-17.
Dota Plus is only favoring the the Radiant 60% to the Dire's 40 though, despite it being this heavy in their favor.
Must have a Medusa bias.
Yeah, Medusa with the beautiful eyes long flowing hair.
Gotcha.
It's eyes you could literally gaze into forever.
If you get turned to stone, that's certainly the truth. So they'll start to take over the jungle. They'll start to push up towards top. They've got Sammy Boy putting some pressure on. The Stampede gets used, and that'll allow Gunner to escape.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The Tempest Double and the real Arc Warden going after the tier 2, setting up the Spark Wraiths for TPs, but they won't come. I think they're gonna smoke.
I'm not sure they want to smoke. Look what 4Zoomers are doing. They're sitting between the... No Zoomers! What? They chips past each other in the night?
Shift past each other. Now they've got the boy coming with the Astro Step. They've got themselves the Primal. They're going to look for the Oracle, but the Oracle gets forced after the below ground. Now they've got the Silence out on a Husky. He'll save himself with the False Promise. The Stone Gaze is used. They've got the Sweep out onto the Tusk. They've got the Gunner Tiny turn to stone. He is already stone, but he's turned to stone over stone. So they get the kill on a Stinger. Now they're going. The Walrus Punch hits onto the Medusa. The Avalanche comes down on a 3, but they get the kill on a Husky. So they finally take the Oracle. He'll buy back immediately. The shards are a little bit short of Tomato Whisper as well as Schofield, but Gunner moving in even further. He looks over as the Spark Wraith is down. They've got the toss on a Schofield over to Whisper, and he's going to force staff himself onto the high ground. So he's trying to get out of this one. Avalanche used. He's low on health. Whisper low as well. Now they'll get the kill onto this Beastmaster. They've got the Snowball. That hits on a Schofield. The Dissimulate. Now Gunner coming back over, but the Dissimulate lands on him. They've got the toss. They're keep alive Gunner as Chris Hook and Tomato are trying to get the kill. And finally, they'll solo him out. He'll Avalanche. Can he get out of this one? Aether Remnant doesn't land, and there it finally is. Chris Hook gets the kill, and the rest of these 3 heroes on the side of 4Zoomers are on the high ground. Astral Step onto the cliff. Chris Hook in trouble. Sammy Boy with the Tempest Double looking over at both Tomato as well as Stinger doing a lot of damage, but Chris Hook comes over. They'll get the kill into the Tempest Double. So it doesn't go as bad for Beast Coast as it certainly could have.
Now, believe it or not, Networth swing actually in Networth and XP swing in favor of Beast Coast after that last team fight. Doing more damage there, of course, with how they took it, but 500 gold up and about 1300 XP going their way. Fights like that, even if they're losing 2 heroes for 3 heroes for 2, they're definitely what they want at the moment.
So Medusa still sticking with it, still sticking close. Snowball kill on a Schofield. Whisper comes over. Primal Roar out onto the Tusk. He's already used the Snowball. That's on cooldown for another 12 seconds. Tries the shards away, but Ocean, he'll survive for now. Oh, the Stampede not going to be enough when the False Promise is there, so the save regardless.
Not a whole lot they're going to be able to do about that on the side of Beast Coast. Unfortunately, heals back up after the end of the False Promise duration.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Paladin Sword.
Bottom tower is
That's good for
under attack.
Tomato. He'll grab that.
Yeah. Potentially. Right? There it is. Pretty good. There's probably other items that you'd want to take instead, but still, having that extra life steal, HP sustain helps a bit.
Tomato, Schofield.
Dire's middle tower
towards
is
mid.
under attack.
Sweep onto the Tempest Double. Aether Remnant doesn't land. Medusa, Hurricane Pike, as well as the MKB and the Manta Mask of Madness going into the Skadi. So 11k lead for the side of 4Zoomers. Let's see what they can do with this. They've got the Tempest Double and the regular Arc Warden hitting away at a backdoor protected tower. Now finally the backdoor protection is gone. They'll get the sweep out onto the Tempest Double, and there's the Tempest Double gone. But the tier 2 tower is out. Avalanche toss coming through. Gunner went Dagging? Okay. Schofield ends up dead. They've got the Snowball coming through, hitting onto the Medusa as well as the Enchantress. The Astro Step forward, getting the Aether Remnant, hitting onto the Oracle. They're going to try and get the damage out onto this Oracle before he can get a False Promise off, and that's exactly what they've done. They get the heal, they get the sustain, taking it onto the side of 4Zoomers. He doesn't have buyback for 70 seconds. They look over a Gunner. They've got themselves the Avalanche as well as the Toss. They've got the kill on a Stinger, and now the Stampede is used. Monkeys Forever as well as Sammy Boy trying to leave. Sammy Boy puts the dome down, but they've got themselves the Resonant Pulse. They'll kill off Sammy Boy, take out Ocean, go for Monkeys Forever. The right click damage coming in. Triple kill for Tomato. And 4 heroes dead on the side of 4Zoomers. Beast Coast pulling it back. They get a good chunk of net worth going their way, but they lose Chris Luck to Gunner.
Yeah, just like that, things starts to go the way of East Coast and going the way to Tomato in that fight. Honestly, I mean, on one hand, it's very good. Your Medusa's going to have a lot of farms. She's going to be tanky. It's going to be very difficult for you to bring her down. On the other hand,
sorry, I thought they were gonna grab Gunner there. Go on.
anyways, on the other hand, you're just further cementing the fact that all of your network lies on this Medusa. And we keep going back to this fact that you can't put all your eggs in just one basket.
It is difficult to hope that your eggs hatch when they're all in one basket. But we'll have to see. It is certainly getting close to hatch time, though. What is the toy? Hatchimals?
Hatchimal?
It's like a toy you wait to hatch.
Heard of that.
And then all of a sudden, there it is. That's what they're waiting on, this Medusa.
Gold for my food.
Alright. You'll have to teach me about American culture and toys later on. That one I'm not familiar with.
All right, I'll give you one for you for Canada. I'm waiting for your Kinder Egg to hatch.
My parents would just give us my parents just give me an axe and tell me to chop wood and tell me it was my toy.
Okay,
Double damage.
fair enough.
Just what we do up north.
By the way, Schofield has 16 deaths. He's 0-16-7.
Yes. We touched on this briefly when he was 0-9.
Yeah.
I do appreciate the update, though. We can see that his situation is, in fact, not
Schofield Lodge,
improved.
2020. Astral Step comes forward as well as the 8th Remnant on a Gunner. Gunner now trying to get away, but he's been silenced thanks to the help of Chris Luck. Chris Luck does have this axe, so that's going to silence out with the Res Impulse. They'll get the silence and now continue to move on forward. They've got the Stone Gaze. They look over at Husky, who saved himself with the False Promise. Toss, though, as well as Sammy Boy coming in. On the other side of this fight, they're looking for the Centaur. They'll try to get the kill with the Impetus, but the damage coming through the Kill Stroke will get the kill on the Void Spirit. They'll take out the Toss. They'll take out this Sammy Boy Arc Warding. Whisper falls on the other side of this fight. Monkeys Forever goes into the trees and tries to hide. Stinger now also searching potentially for the Oracle, but there's Gunner on the back lines looking over at Schofield. Can Schofield finally get a kill? No, it's Tomatoes to take. So they get the kill on the Gunner. It's a triple kill for Tomato, and the rest of the team on the side of 4Zoomers will TP out. And all of a sudden, it's a 6K lead. They bought back on Husky.
Buying back for almost nothing, no impact in the team fight right there. We forced the enemies back a little bit, but that's about it. Still pretty far away from his Agent Scepter, which being a good item, don't get me wrong, but underwhelming as the game goes further and further on.
Medusa, Butterfly, Satanic, Roche up in 22 seconds. Things getting sketchy for 4Zoomers and the fans.
Sure. Right now, I definitely think that he wants to go for probably
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
the Satanic. Being able to tank up, survive some of what his R4 throws. I mean, he's got his BKB done already.
This is going to be interesting. Ocean going for
Tower is under attack.
a axe.
Radiant's top tower
So Walrus
is no
kick.
more.
Yeah. Walrus kick is an amazing ability, especially against Medusa. If you can just like blink in the center of the...
Husky in some trouble. You got to remember he just bought back. Now they're going to try and turn this around. They've got the Avalanche Toss on a Chris Luck. But the damage coming in at Ocean, as well as the silence from the Resident Pulse, they get the kill on Ocean. So now, Tomato moving forward, looking over at Sammy Boy. The damage is so much. Oh my god. 3 heroes dead, no buyback for any of them. Here come Beast Coast. It is even.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Is that it? Is that how they turn it around like this? Are they just going to be able to take this tier 3? Can they stop them? They used their fort right there. And like you said, they don't have the buyback.
Middle tower
That's
is
it.
under attack.
There's nothing they can do to stop Medusa from taking this tier 3 tower here. They might just lose the set of racks. They could lose more if they're not careful.
Radiant's middle tower is
Coming
fallen.
through.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Can they do anything to hold this?
Middle barracks.
This is going to be very tough for 4Zoomers. It doesn't even feel like they They missed it. I don't know. Could we
It
say
doesn't
they
feel like
missed the
they're
time?
behind.
Yeah, it didn't feel like they were behind for so long, and now, all of a sudden, well, they are. And Roche is up and available. This is Aegis and Cheese.
For all these heroes on the side of 4Zoomers, it's surprised the only person going for that Heaven's Halberd is actually just the Centaur. Gunner here went Dagon, spent a hefty price on that one. I feel like there's better items you could have gotten. Mono now getting the Aegis. I still stand by the fact that I think it's very difficult for one person to lead this team, but Tamando's doing it. The other people are basically non-factors, and people are going to soak up spells for the Medusa.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
They've been doing the right thing. They've been going for the Oracle. Question is, can they continue to do that? Can Husky survive? Monkeys forever. He doesn't have buyback either. Things falling out of control for 4Zoomers.
I'm not sure how they stop this fight here.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Over in the bottom lane, trying to take out that tier 1, the only outer tower they haven't taken yet. One of the only two. They haven't touched the bottom. And forward they go. What's to stop them? They're now 5k net worth up. They have the Aegis on the Medusa. It's lasting another like 3 minutes 45 seconds.
Dire's bottom tower has
Sweep hitting on Ocean. Shards are out, as well as the Avalanche. That locks up Schofield, as well as Tomato. Schofield on the front lines. Gunner coming through with the toss on Tomato. They've got the Tempest double in there. Sammy Boy just can't do anything to Tomato.
There's so many solutions that they could have had for Tomato, though. I mean, a single Heaven's Halberd would shut her down. But they haven't done one.
Oh, for Gunner, they've got the Snowball. Now they look over Chris Luck, but the Assimilate's there. They'll use the BKB on Sammy Boy. The False Promise used early. Now they get the buyback coming in from Monkeys Forever. They look over at Chris Luck, who's been tossed up into the air, but they get the kill on a Husky. So now without the Oracle for 50 seconds, they don't have a False Promise. They don't have any sustain. Sammy Boy, after the False Promise, he'll end up falling. They'll buy back Monkeys Forever just as quickly as he bought back into the game. He'll end up falling, so he's going to be dead for a long time. Chris Luck finally falls. Now they've got the Snowball coming out of Schofield, but now the Tomato damage is just too much for them to handle. They've got a Dagger on level 2. Tomato moving forward. He's out of mana, but he's got himself the Butterfly. It's a Tomato triple kill. Tomato looking for an ultra kill. Tomato looking for the Rampage. They kill off Schofield. Can Tomato get it? He's diving inside the base for it. It's not going to be one Rampage. It's going to be 2 Rampages. GG is called. BTS have got the comeback. And Tomato with the double Rampage to cap it off. My God. Oh my God.
I am shocked that just happened. This game looked unwinnable for Beast Coast just a couple minutes ago. And they took fight after fight off of them. I want to say this is 100% on 4Zoomers. They could build Heaven's Halberd on so many of these heroes and none of this would have happened. They kept jumping on top of this Void Spirit. She gets out and Medusa just melees everyone down.
Yeah,
One Medusa should be able to lock everyone down and do all this damage. You can build items to counter this out. You can stun her. You can disable her for 5 seconds with the Heaven's Halberd, but it just didn't happen. Look at these graphs, Bkop. The net worth, the XP, the win percentage. This is how you throw a game.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say. That just was not what should have happened for 4Zoomers. I got nothing. That was not what I expected at all.
I think they were goofing around a little bit too much. I mean, Blink Dagger, Force Staff, and then they're working on building a Aghanim Scepter at the end on Ocean there. Sammy Boy with his junk. He's got a bunch of gold himself at the end of the game. I feel like there's more stuff he could have built. And again, the Heaven's Halberd on several different heroes would have been great. Other than, say, like the Veil of Discord on the Oracle isn't horrible, not great either. Or the Dagon on this, and Gunner on this Tiny. I mean, get some attack damage. Maybe get the Heaven's Halberd of your own, but the Dagon? Are you blowing up the important heroes? No, not really. And there's only one important hero. That's Medusa. All the net worth in the world.
Yeah, Yeah, very interesting pickup there. So at the end of the day, though, Beast Coast are the ones who take the 2-0 victory over 4Zoomers. We got one more series left, and that is going to be Thunder Predator against Infamous, I believe. Yes, Thunder Predator against Infamous. That's one more series. I'm your caster Bkop, joined here by Neph at Bkop92 on Twitter, at NephSensei on Twitter. Follow us to know when we're casting next. We'll be back with the next series in just a moment. Stay right there. We'll be right back.